This is the CNC Truss, a mostly printed, modular, 6 foot by 3.5 foot by 1.5 feet CNC platform that costs under $1,000 Canadian to build. That is literally half the cost of the laser it's currently running. With a 3.5 by 5.5 foot work area, it can handle full 4x8 sheets of material, or cut fabric for most clothing applications. This design is intended to be a cost-effective method of computer-controlled tooling. It is attractive as a low-cost 3D printing method for large-scale printing. As printing is more involved tooling than a router, the first tool the machine ran was a router. Unfortunately, at that time, the machine didn't have independent switches on the 4 upright trusses, and it was difficult to level the machine to the warped plywood I was working on. The first working prototype was made of 7 2-feet trusses. The next modification extended the X and Y axes to 4 feet. Then came the extension of the X axis to 6 feet. Some modification to the design is expected, to add rigidity to the extended 6-foot X axis. The design is modular, such that all trusses share identical parts wherever possible. Taken individually, the trusses can be used in general automation applications, where linear motion is needed. A plentiful bolt pattern is repeated on 2 of the 3 faces of the carriage to give ample space for mounting payload. Revolutionary zeal is what motivated this build. Along with the desire to share something useful with others, I have long used open source software and appreciate the opportunity to make this project open source and freely available. While some of these projects shown here are great ideas I picked up from the maker community online, I'm proudest of the pieces I designed entirely from scratch using free, open source software like Inkscape and Blender. When you have a platform with this much working area, the potential is great. Whether you're cutting a commercial sign for a local business, or you're an artist building a physical installation, this machine actually gives you a decent working area. All the files are live on Thingiverse right now. The printed parts and the assembly manual. Go grab them and start building. When you get to Thingiverse, go to the search bar and type in CNC Truss, or search for my username, NotherMonkey. All the printed parts are organized in folders as assemblies and sub-assemblies in one zipped folder. An assembly manual is also accessible via a link at Thingiverse. All the files for the project, including those for laser cutting the control box, are included in the zip file. The Goebbels settings for the current working machine are provided as a light burn file, which can be read with any text editor. The assembly manual, as a web page, is hosted by Google Docs and can be accessed from the link provided at Thingiverse. The manual lists the parts and tools needed and walks you through building the machine. This assembly manual is currently a draft, intended to get you through building the machine. It will likely improve with user input. The current design was tailored to the North American resident, with copper tubing and threaded rod are measured in feet and inches. Small fasteners were chosen from the available supplies at hardware stores. Metric bolts were used where possible. You will have to decide what size of machine you are going to build. The options are 2 feet, 4 feet, and 6 feet long trusses. A real advantage for this design is the independent Z-axis leveling. You don't need to build a perfectly square bed. You can drop this machine on the garage floor, and it can level itself to the workpiece. This machine features a large Z-axis, meaning you can engrave objects that would never fit under a standard commercial desktop CNC. Be the first to build your own, and let me know how it goes.